All right. Okay, we got a nice quiz for you guys. Hopefully you guys have been paying attention to the 12, 21, 22s, trading of the anchor or peak formation high or low with the setups based on the rules that we've given you last week. Okay, so let us take a look at some quizzes, charts. I'm going to pop up some charts, and you guys are going to mark up the charts. It's going to be really quick. It's not one of those where you have to mark like 5 different things. It's going to be quick. You're going to pop it. You get about 30 seconds, and then that's it. Okay? You guys ready? Okay. Go. Mark the entry and the setup. What's the setup? All right, how you guys doing? It should be like a piece of cake. If you looked at this, you'd be like, boom, that's the setup. All right. Okay, you got it right. It's a 12 setup, right? Here's my first leg. Okay, so let me just mark it. Here's my first leg. And then here's my blue tracer. I'm in level 3. Okay. They hit it again. Okay, so I'm looking for an M right there. Where when I draw the box for the pattern, the blue tracer should somewhere be inside the box. My entry is right there. Boom, that's my move. All right, yeah, probably you can see this one. So let me see if I can change the color of the pen. Okay. All right, let's do the next one. Okay, easy, right? Same thing. They hit it. This is a level 3. Blue tracer. They hit it again into an M. You wait for it to close and your entry is right there. Why? Because your stop is literally right there, not there, right there. And then off to the races. Okay? All right, easy, 12. Again, one leg here, level 3, blue tracer, and then I'm looking for the W right on that blue tracer. So when I draw my little box, that blue tracer is running in there. I'm waiting for price to close. Wait for I say sometimes a third, sometimes a quarter, a third pullback, half. I'm trying to get it as close to the 13 as possible. That's the key. Okay, usually the 13 is 1/3 pullback. Usually, sometimes it's half, sometimes a little bit more. But I'm trying to get as close to the 13 EMA as possible. That's my move. And if you hang on to it, that's the move to the upside. Okay. Right, you guys should be champions of this by now. Another 12 setup, slightly different. This M is an advanced M. They sometimes will give you an advanced M. Okay, the key is identifying your levels, which we gave you rules for. 3 times ADR, EMA spanned out, all that stuff, right? Outside structure, they come back to the high, blue tracer, advanced M. Okay, out of the band, in the band. On the advanced M, RSI below signal below the market baseline, price close below 13, short. Okay, these are the setups I look for in level 3, if that's what I'm trading. Okay, slight variation, also a 12. They hit it, draw the box. The blue line is inside the box. I don't want to go short. Here's the half a bat. I don't want to go short on a hammer. I wait for a shift candle, right? Because it's a half a bat, price got to take out the naders right here. Whatever the strap volume is here, this strap volume, price got to break below that, which is this candle. Okay? So this is like a half a bat initially. But this is a hammer, so I don't like it. So when it pulls back, I got to make sure price takes up that low. Okay, which it does here, and then I'm going to go short from here. Okay. All right, another 12. They hit it, they pull away, blue tracer, first leg. This is my apex, right? First leg. I don't want to take any trades in here because I'm too close to the water, so I'm going to wait for it. This is not a shift candle. That is a shift candle, no wicks, or wicks to the bottom, not wicks on both sides. Just make sure RSI is above the signal line, above the market baseline, and you're ready to go. Your target is the Mayo. Okay. As you can see, I prefer 12s or 22s better than 21s. Which one is this? Okay, some people are saying 21, some people are saying 22. It depends on how deep that is to there. We don't know, right? I didn't put a number in there. It could be a 22 or a 21, depending on a 30, right? Here the W, cool. Here could be a half a bat, or it could be a W, depending on how big this Asian box is, all right? The distance could be from here to here. It could be 7 pips, or it could be 25 pips, depending on how big my box is. I don't know why that disappeared, but kind of weird. Your entry's right there. Okay? That's the move. All right. With that one. Okay, a huge 22. Yeah, agreed. Huge 22. 22 will always start with a W here. Blue tracer. Advanced W. Out of the band, in the band, ideally. That's your move. All right, that's what I look for. See, over here, doesn't mean much to me. Why? Because this is my lowest point. The 2212 always got to be to the lowest part, not this one, because then the volume is trapped here. This is something else. It got to come to the lowest point in level 3, and then you look for the pattern down here. Okay? What about that? That's easy, right? Yeah, it's a 22. Okay, 22. Always the W first, always the blue tracer, and price got to come right to there. Now, I know it didn't touch, and I also know it's peak. That means it's more than 3 times the ADR. I'm just looking for a pattern outside of this. Come down, go to induce, give me the pattern, out of the band, in the band ideally, but it did close above the 13, so it doesn't matter, it's not an advanced W. You can go here depending on the distance, or you can go here depending on the distance. All right, if these two are very tight, I would take my chances over here because I'm trading off that low. I'm going to watch the angular separation on TDI. That's going to determine whether I'm going to take this trade here or here. Because if I take this trade here, I'm expecting it to be very wide by that time, right? Because price is moving up, you're going to get a nice angular separation here. All right? What about this one? What is this one? $21, yeah, everybody got it right. 21. It's 21, right? 21 means got to have 2 legs first. Whoops, hold on. 2 legs first. That's 2. And 1. Blue tracer, the blue tracer. They're going to come in within 1 point. Notice it's a half a bat. Type 2. Half a bat. Your entry is right there going long. Where's your stop? Always below the shift candle. 3 to 5 pips below the shift candle, that's where my stop is going to sit, and that's my move. Okay? Notice where they came back to. If you move your stop to break even, they're going to take you out. All right? I think that should be the last one. Yep, that's the last one. All right. 12s, 21, 22s are done. Please review them. If it's not clear to you, I give you guys a set of rules to follow. Very clear, very distinctive. That's how you trade it. We've already talked about multi-day M's and W's and 1 hour M's and W's in earlier sessions when we talked about levels and big anchors and stuff like that. We already talked about the 1 hour patterns. Okay, we've already talked about the harmonic patterns, trading the 1 hour of the 4 hour harmonics, and now this is all those are all level 3 trades. Okay, the next step we're going to talk about is the ID move coming out of level 3. Okay, ID move coming out of level 3. All right, so we're only going to talk about the ID 50. And then when we cover the the level 1, then we talk about the ID safety. So we can just split it up so it's not like monotonous. Okay. First, we'll talk about the ID 50, and then we talk about the ID safety later on when we cover level 1. All right. So ID 50 and ID safety, of course, is in both level 3 and level 1 and level 2. However, we'll cover the rules when we cover level 1. So we're not doing everything in one shot and then doing it again, when we talk about level 1. We'll briefly cover it when we cover level 1, the ID 50, and then we'll go more into detail on ID safeties. In level 3, we'll cover more in detail the ID 50s, and we'll not cover ID safeties at all. But understand that they're on all 3 levels. That's why it's very powerful to understand the rules of the ID moves. okay, because it gives you more options. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I'm going to end right here. Hope it was helpful. You guys should be able to see the stuff with your eyes closed. If you're not, well, you got some work to do. Okay. Understand 3 times ADR, level 3, peak. That's where you're looking for these setups, not in the middle of the range. Okay.